name is Pookums. Pookums.
You know your own name. Your reward for sharing.
Sharing is caring.
It's a human.
So, I'm going to be a sorcerer. I'm gonna take a healing ring. Actually, yeah, I'll take a healing ring. All sorcerers should be female. Let's see. I'll go with this one. What hair just says Pookums? What hair says Pookums? That hair kind of says Pookums. Okay, do you say Pookums? You know what? This says Pookums enough for me. Let's remove some red. You know, add some red. Remove some green. Add some blue. More green. More this and that. Eyebrows. No. They've got some really aggressive eyebrows in this game. You know what? Does Pookums have eyebrows? Yeah, Pookums has eyebrows. It's probably not going to show up correctly, but who cares, really? Already perfect. I've just got to admit, I've outdone myself. Change this. It's just impossible to get it fucking perfectly in. You know, if you can't get it right, Come forth, Pookums!
All people come here for the same reason.
To avoid you. Okay. So... give me a sweet, sweet baby effigy right there. Go downstairs. Pop this little baby so we can come back later. Equip that sweet special ring I got. There's a few items to be had in this forest, but none of which I'm really that specifically keen on getting currently. So if we're gonna do this, might as well do it as fucking boldly as possible. That being said, I'm not really that amazing at this game in comparison to other people. AKA the 98% of people who actually played this game on, you know, YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. Not that people are, considering this game is old. There's already a Dark Souls 3, obviously. As for this character, I plan to build it into a hexer. Get myself a bunch of big-ass weapons and whatnot. Be all dark and mysterious. First things first. I gotta get this completely necessary item. For the most part, I will attempt not to spend most of my time grinding. If I'm going to grind for this character, I'll do it off screen. And just come back with the result after the fact. Hopefully that means y'all won't be missing much, but we'll see. Hello, buddy. The most important thing when playing any Dark Souls game is just to ignore any fear you feel and yeah, roll past it. Oh, maybe I should have gotten a shield for this. Good. So that's about the first boss you can do. Blood.
My name is I have
Hey, Lucia.
But the cost of it.
Looks like a lot of people tried to fucking murder you.
I'd heard.
So, if you talk to people enough times, eventually they will go back to your town and they'll be willing to sell you their stuff.
Sorry.
Lucia's a bitch. Do I need any of her spells? Not yet.
No
Right now I'm a sorcerer. If I had bonfire aesthetics, which maybe I should have gotten a bonfire aesthetic, I could have just reset that boss event and just kept replaying it and replaying it and replaying it, killing it in the same manner, but I don't know if that upgrades the other boss in this area, which It's not a necessary boss, but a boss I'd still like to do for the purposes of this gameplay video. Because it's, Sheboygan! 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 Well, I don't know why I'm going this way first. I don't think there's necessarily... Except, I guess, all those items. Did I get anything, like, worthwhile there? Nope. Apparently nothing. But that's okay. That's what that was, okay. I've always wondered what Dark Troches was. Enemy ahead, visions of a chest. Treasure ahead, try left. I'm gonna go right. I would have been so embarrassed had I just actually still gone left. Okay, maybe going left would be more interesting. Hey buddy, calm down. Grove Street. Now, it's a good thing to do on principle is if you come across a chest you're unsure of, it's a good idea to pop it once. Just smack it on the ass. Because there is a possibility that it is a mimic. Mimics will eat you. On the upside of that, though, is mimics usually have good treasure inside of them. So if you don't know about Dark Souls, those involved are usually inflicted with a curse called Hollowing, in which, over time, you lose your memories, everything. You eventually lose your humanity to a death. And your response to that is to murder stuff and steal their souls. Obviously the most healthy answer to any. Hey buddies. Good old-fashioned prostate exam. Probably nothing. Also, if you look carefully, those big eye-like things aren't actually their eyes. They have those little dots next to their mouth. Those are actually their eyes. Newfangled defense mechanisms. So I'm not gonna do this part of the map yet because I want to fulfill something else before I do that. And did I not get Majula's? Okay, I'm smart. is a good idea to get Majula's bonfire, as you kind of fuck yourself if you don't. I used to play this game on the Xbox before it came to the PS4, and they are noticeably different. What with the added stuff that I guess I shouldn't tell you off the bat if you've never played this specific game before, but is there to listen to you. But if you don't fucking entertain people, they go away, like that one viewer I had before it left. Yeah. I guess I have to work on the entertaining part. Also, a good thing to start off with, I suppose, is if you come up here, you'll find this smooth talking crestfallen son of a bitch up here. Talk to him enough times. He just talks depressing stuff.
Anything what we could do used to be we, and that thereof, and when each, if that.
This guy has existed in every single iteration of Dark Souls. I don't know about Dark Souls 3 because I've not played Dark Souls 3 yet, but I assume he's a part of that. So anyway, join his little covenant off the bat. If you play online, which is a good idea because you'll get help from other people. Putting this ring on, I believe, or being a part of this covenant decreases your chances of being invaded by enemy players, which is absolutely lovely, I gotta admit. I'm not really a great PvPer, nor am I great at this game in general. I know a few things, like if you hit this rock, you'll get an Estus upgrade. Now, if I really wanted to maximize every single second of my gameplay, I would kill this guy and steal his clothes, because his specific armor set increases the amount of souls you get per kill. A good thing to do with him, though, is to talk to him as much as you can. Every time you pay him up to a certain amount, you'll unlock a series of increased dialogue topics, and he'll eventually give you stuff.
Are you?
This is the lady who helps you level up.
Go on, he king.
What I want to do is, I want to, as soon as possible, get about 20 intellect and 20 faith, so that I can just jump right into hexes. I mean, optimistically, I want 20, like, in a bunch of stats right off the bat, as to cover how weak I'm going to be very early game. Your sorcerers won't get you everywhere, and as you will see, you run out. You are not indefinite sorcerer. You are some of the time sorcerer, but you're some of the time laying things as you power yourself up. Your main way to increase the amount of souls, increase the amount of spells you have, is to level up your attunement, which is another stat I want to level up really quickly. Be careful not to go to gung-ho to run. Be careful not to just haphazardly run off of platforms hoping that you won't roll off them, because occasionally you will just further your roll as far as you can. single creature in this game has an ability which can one-shot you. And his ability is, he basically lays down on top of you, picks you up, and then bites your head off. It is stupid and can sometimes clip you despite how much you roll, but all in all, he is a relatively easy character to pass. Because he is here, this makes this little area a very good leveling spot, as I believe he drops around 1,000 to 3,000 souls apiece, and has a chance of dropping Titanite shards or slabs, and larger souls of heroes, which give you souls if you use them. If this were a regular version of me just playing the game, I would respawn this place over and over again and kill him, but because I have to be entertaining, I will save that for another time. My real main goal right now is to hopefully get at least one boss in. First, I have to find my sweet babu. See, I'm already running really low on on spells. Which is going to make this next part a little bit difficult, because it's just nothing but enemies on top of enemies on top of enemies on top of enemies. I mean, unless you stab them in the back, which may be my goal. In fact, this is working out pretty well. I think this will be my tactic. Just stab bitches in the back. There we go. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to... Okay. 2. Now we're back in action. Do watch out, because there he is. There's a ghoul up there that'll throw fire bombs at you. Not fun being hit by fireballs, especially if you're taking one of the weaker paths earlier on. Used to be a lot less of these guys in this specific area, but it also hello guys. Sometimes it's better to just kill what you can. if you do want to kill that guy, which I don't blame you. Yep, that's him. Just like in the original game. Sometimes you gotta slap a bit with your dagger. He's actually got a swat. So you jump in this game by pressing circle, and when you need to jump you push in your left stick, if you know what I mean. There is a set of clothing that you can get called the Moon Butterfly. It's a butterfly set that poisons everything around you, increases the distance you jump and run, well, the distance you jump. It is helpful if you want to gimmick certain jumps, but it also unbalances what you naturally think of as a jump. So if you play most of this game and you get used to the jumps as they are, once you suddenly start doing it like that, it's going to feel entirely different. Let's back it up. Back it up. So if you go this way, you can like circumvent those characters, but it also kind of traps you in the same room as them. I like to just, hey buddy, I didn't notice you. The reason I'm bad at this game is I've got really bad nerves, and so I get intimidated by the sudden need to do something. Wait for an explosion. If you have throwing knives, you can just sort of knock him off. Or you can just make the mistake himself. So as you notice, my dagger's about to break. That's no good, right? So whenever you sit down next to a bonfire, this repairs that. I would have sat down earlier, but that would have respawned all the enemies outside. Now this lady's important. You want to make friends with this lady. She's like one of the torch ladies, but, you know, just because she's a doubles the amount of spells I can cast, making me significantly stronger. I want this right now specifically, and I want a single explosivo. Oh, and you definitely want Leningrass key. Thank you. Currently I can't use that extra spell, so you have to go back to Majula. So I believe it is 13, 16, 20, and so on when you get new spell slots. So as sorcerer, you only need 1 point.
See, there's one seat, so that... Is that a shot? Here, to see, however...
Can you? Okay. So I need 13, now I've got 2 spell slots. I'm feeling lovely. Do. I want her to upgrade my Estus flask. Do I have any more? No? Okay. So now I've got a bunch of spells. Also, while I'm here, I might as well open up this. This is what that key was for. That's Leningrass. He'll be your blacksmith. If you give him these special stones called Titanite, he will upgrade your weapons for you. He also repairs your items when you let them get broken. Though it's really just not a good idea in general to let your shit get broken. It costs money, blah blah blah. It's not a good time. So she'll remain here no matter how much of her dialogue you make go past. Once you've got that little text right there where she says it's about high time I leave this place, that's when, after you fulfill one thing, she will leave this place. I'm sorry, baby cakes. I'm sorry. I just can't buy it from you right now. I've got things I need. I didn't equip my spell, which is stupid. I'm sorry. So I believe... Yeah, it says it's locked, but if you just knock super friendly-like, it'll eventually break. See, not super great off of that. If you drop down right here, there's an item right there for you. Divine Blessings. Heal and remove any sort of affliction you have currently. I'm just going back to make sure I didn't leave anything up here. Did I? There's a chest. See? I left something. Actually left... There we go. Oh, hey, buddy. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. Ooh, it almost killed me. That would have been some shit, right? So I'll use this time to equip my extra spells. Now I have 60 soul arrows. That makes me a formidable fighter. So the first thing I'm going to... Nothing fucking just destroys your confidence than seeing somebody appear in your stream and then just immediately leave. Nothing just immediately saps it out of you. But I'm going to continue on just on the slim chance that some person may want to see this one day. That was a crazy laugh. if you've got the DLC, which if you've got Scholar of the First Skin, you've probably got the DLC. To get into the Iron Kingdom, you'll need an item that is down there. You can wait a good while before getting it because honestly, you're not going to need it for a while. You can't get past that door right there without getting a key, so don't worry about trying to get through there. Occasionally you'll see these fog gates. They usually represent that there's a boss, but they can just as easily be a waste of your time. This one is just a waste of your time. It's just to make you anticipate what could be on the other side. Once you are on the other side though, you'll walk up here of this lovely tree and spray your magical goo all over this iron turtle. That's the Bin-Hoo shit. I just felt as if I dropped off a platform because of how this shadow looked. I want to get rid of this guy, though you can use him. If you don't want to buy that extra little firebomb, which I guess I didn't need it because I'd picked one up along the way, you can gimmick him into throwing him against this. See, now you got a sweet little pathway into this area. I hate these enemies. I hate them a lot. This doesn't bode well for me killing the pursuer knight, whatever his name is. If I'd pick up a special item called binoculars before I'd started this, I could have killed that guy. I'm gonna attempt something stupid and try and kill the pursuer knight as is. I ain't got a shield, which, well, I've only got this shield. Okay, this is gonna suck. Off the bat. So I don't think I've got enough damage to really, like, do anything to him. Let's see, though. Anything, I can try and finish him off with my dagger. Never get it stabbed by that, because then you just ruin your own day. He's a scary guy, but don't let him scare you. All the enemies in Dark Souls are defeatable. You just gotta believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. That is one of his easy to counter attacks, because he just shows you exactly what you're gonna do. He's a good starter boss, unless you get fucking nicked by his abilities. I'm gonna die. So that ruins my chance of doing this boss early on. Also, it makes me hollowed, which I guess this is as good of a time as I need to show you hollowing. Again, if this isn't your first Dark Souls, then this isn't going to be the most amazing revelation for you, but once you hollow, you become a oogie boogie person. And like I said, so whenever you lose your souls, you can just go and get them back. That boss isn't repeatable once you've died once, if you try to escape even. Yep, sure would love to move right about now. So I'm just gonna avoid these guys because I don't really want to die again. I could have killed the Pursuer Knight, but I was a little bit too uncareful. I totally had the ability to kill him, but I just didn't put out the effort. So when you want to not be dead, use your human effigy. There's a cheaper way of going about this without using human effigies. Anytime you help another player by like putting down a white soapstone mark, which is this item right here, this is the smaller version. You can leave your mark anywhere. This makes it so people can summon you to their world so you can help them do something. If you put it here, it's most likely understood that you're asking for help with that. You can fight that guy again, you just can't fight him here out in the open. Like I said, I really fucked up that chance, but it happens. I'll make it up to you. I don't know the main difference between the small soapstone and the larger soapstones. What we're about to see. There's a guy over there, that guy sitting on those boxes being all patient. His name is Mild-Mannered Pate. He's an asshole who will constantly get you trapped, but at the cost of also getting you treasure. Just charismatic enough for you to just be like, okay, cool, man. If that makes any sense. So if you just walk into this room, these ballistas will just make you into just Swiss cheese. You'll die. I believe this treasure chest is trapped with either a crossbow or a... So crossbow it was, but it could just as easily be a poison trap. So if you bought the Ferrous Lockstone before, you can use it here by pushing it into the statue's mouth. This will make a wall light up, and if you hit said wall, a door will appear, usually having special goodies behind it. This one had the Chloranthy Wing, and a Titanite Slab. The Chloranthy Ring is a good ring for almost any build because even sorcerers and hexers and clerics use stamina too. Green bar goes down, obviously. So this door will apparently not open, but if you knock like a nice, gentle person 3 times, somebody will be just super duper kind enough to come open the door for you. All they ask is that you kill them. Yeah. I, for one, am willing to be kind enough. So there's 3 in the room. I don't remember if this treasure chest is trapped, but we're about to see. Nope, it's not. Life ring. I believe I can't equip more than 1 life ring, which sucks. But you know, deal with it. Do I have any new armor? All shitty hollow armor. Okay. Occasionally you can find a good note on the ground. Sometimes you get really stupid notes that will be explained by just opening something. But it is generally a good idea to at least give a few notes a try, because some warn you of like ambushes and shit. And ambush is fucking okay. So somebody used my symbol. I'm going to be summoned to another world, where hopefully I'll be able to help somebody. Hey buddy. Can't believe somebody's actually wearing the hollow armor. How do you do? Wee. Now, does he have that door open? No, he doesn't. Okay. I kind of figured by the fact that he also didn't have that one area. So I'm gonna run on a little bit ahead of him. Try and kill some shit ahead of time. Up, I'm about to be in pain. Back to life tomb. I'd help that guy out with that. Alright, looks like this guy has already tried and failed to kill Pursuer. Which is fine. I obviously failed. Basically, until you fulfill a duty for the person who summoned you, you can leave. But if you want the benefits of having helped somebody, which is dehollification, you also get your spells and armor renewed as if you'd been by a bonfire. And the biggest effect of you get a percentage of their souls. It's weird that I haven't seen the others. I am already just not going to be as helpful as I could be now because I do not have the spells to help. if this guy knows this game that well, so... Kinda sounds like they got poisoned. I think they... Well, since they're not opening the door, I can't really express to that person, hey, smack that. I can only just hope they learn by my... I can try it another way. Maybe if I smack it with my staff. Weird. I don't know why they're not reacting. But that's okay. Looks like he's already been in that direction. I wonder why Pate's already gone. So if you stay a specific amount of time, you will have been considered helpful enough that you can go back home. It's basically their way of limiting how long you can play with somebody. So see, I've got all my souls back.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these trips. Well, I hope you... Oh, hot. My name is Pate. My journey...
I believe it's pronounced Pate.
Be careful out there. Oh, yes. You be cautious. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's this... I was with this warrior, you see, and he, the rather brusque fellow, tried to swipe the lid for himself. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed. I'll leave this one to you. I'll leave...
Those sweet, dulcet tones telling you everything's gonna be alright. Okay, buddies. There we go. What the fuck is... I hear fighting, but I'm not fighting. Somebody's fighting. Oh, I'm probably hearing the hollowed soldiers attacking that poor defenseless giant tree. No wall for me. If you click X rapidly up against walls, occasionally it will cause an illusionary wall to dispel. Like this. And then you get a sweet little treasure chest, usually with some sort of goodie for you. A sorcerer's staff and amber, sure. Right. Dual wielding sorcerer staffs. They said it couldn't be done. There used to, I feel, there used to be more illusionary walls up here, but I don't know where they went. I feel like it. I could be wrong. So come back after that, talk to
I
Pay.
hope that brave warrior. Be careful out there. There's... Oh. It allows undead with luck.
So after that asshole puts you through all that, he'll give you the white soapstone. And you can continue on. Hello there, person. I believe there's shit up here. And I blew it. I already blew it. Great. I hope this doesn't play back in the actual replay, because seeing people leave your stream again and again is just super depressing. But it's okay. Please no. Please no, baby. Sweet baby. Sorcery definitely makes certain aspects of this game easier to, you know, suck up. Being able to just blast somebody from as far away basically as you want to be. And here should be a mail breaker, I believe. Oh, and an infantry home. At the cost of, you have to be careful for when your spells run out, because you could just as easily fuck yourself over big time. Man, telling me for man. I believe almost everything drops its armor. You can look like this handsome looking motherfucker right here if you even wanted to. Some armor for various reasons is definitely rarer than others. Now there's an item up there, but if you walk too much further out, immediately run back, because, well, eventually it starts raining, man, and there's nothing to celebrate about that. No hallelujah. I believe what you'll find up here is a halberd, a bird named Hal. If you go through here, you can open up, so a thing that's prevalent in Dark Souls and Bloodborne is that it's not about the spawn points that's important. It's about creating the shortcuts that's important. So that if you do die, you have places to go. to be able to port back every now and again, but what's really great is being able to circumvent like 30,000 minions. That's the super fun thing to do. Now, I believe that way is the Pursuer Demon fight, but before you can do that, you've got to fight somebody else, a much easier fight, to be honest. So I am going to try and just fight Pursuer Demon as I am now, to make up for the fact that I died to him previously. Just gonna circumvent him. If you get on this little thing, you'll go down. And verily, who comes? The great and mighty sorcerer, descended downwards towards the pit of the giant. That won't open. Pate. Now, I'm just gonna summon Pate. The thing about summoning people is, yes, it is very helpful, and some bosses, I still require some people for certain bosses because I'm just so jumbly in my nerves that I can't make the rolls correct. I'll let you watch this. That face she makes when you stick it in the wrong hole. Stay underneath this big some bitch's feet. I'm pretty lucky that this giant is spending most of its time. Most of its time. I'm gonna shut up a little bit so I can try and concentrate on doing that. So occasionally you'll get special guys like Mild-Mannered Pate who will come to your aid, and if you do a certain amount of fights with them and they survive, eventually they'll give you special items, specifically for stuff like Pate and stuff like that. You'll get their armor, their weapons, whatnot. But only if they survive the encounter. will save me time in the long run. Can't believe this is going on for an hour. I should have stopped this video at the 30-minute mark. But that's okay. I'm not good at Let's Plays. It's fine. Absolutely no shape to properly take on the Pursuer Demon as I am currently, because I've only got 10 spells. Ouch. There are, however, alternate-ish ways to take on the Pursuer Demon. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put down my white summoner sign, and hopefully this won't take 5 goddamn hours for me to get a summoner to, you know, pick me up. Because that'd be pretty sucky. If I have it, I'll use one of these. Until I get a poke. In fact, I'm going to... So... This sign is better. Makes your name more noticeable, and I don't know, it probably has other effects. The sword in the stone. So, you can go as pretty far away from it as you want, but remember the fact that eventually you're going to be plucked away from whatever you're doing and taken to help somebody. It's important. You're going to be taken. So, I sort of hinted at this place before. I'm saying so a lot, but so what? If you make a little running action, you little bitch. It's okay. So there are a few items here. One specific special person here. Now, if you go in this tunnel, stop, and then continue on. You're gonna want to talk to this guy right here.
Oh, my name is Kale.
Kale. Sweet, sweet baby Kale.
Navigating. Why cartography?
It kind of looks like his neck is broken, but I'm not gonna judge him.
Good question. When I
He's a cartographer. He came to this land. Nobody understands why they came to this land. Everybody who comes here is cursed. I kind of think it's like purgatory. It's lost. It's the Lost Island, you know.
Inside, I believe. Now, yes. Wait.
But they also talk about it as if
that wasn't it.
It's connected to some place they know. I don't know.
Were you looking? Wonder ship here. What a joy.
You want...
Incredible. Oh, I would not vet the icon. Something.
Keep talking to him till he repeats. So he said what I really only wanted to hear is that he's going back to Majula. I want him back in Majula because he is necessary for a specific thing further in the game. and it's more important for spellcasters than it is for anyone else. So that's fun. Once you're through with that place, you come up this ladder. There's going to be an archer down the pathway, so you may take a little damage. Archery is not a playstyle I see very often in this game, though I have used it myself to great effect. It won't help you in a boss fight unless that boss fight has a lot of space, because you have to realize you are managing all of your character's animations, the roll animations. There's equations set to how long your character is invincible during doing certain things. Your character, how far it can roll, stuff like that, blah blah blah. For some reason that there was another guy out here, but I guess I was wrong. I believe I got most everything here. There's really only one item left that I haven't gotten, and you get that item by dropping into here. It's not the biggest item, but if you like getting everything you possibly can, that's where that was. Oh, sweet. So... So the best thing about the fact that this replenishes your spells and whatnot is that it does it without removing your ability to... It does it without respawning all the enemies in your pathway. Hey buddy, I like your outfit. Are you blue? I'm a D-bound to die. Nice to meet you. I'll bow to you too, since you're so friendly. Let's do this. Shit, my thing's almost broken. So, the way this walks works. Don't die, please don't die. God damn it, okay. Oh no, not my anus. A good thing to do in these types of things. Oh, I'm gonna die. Lag is saving me. Or not. Yeah, it was helpful. So you can use these ballistas to kill that guy. Bye, buddy. Have fun. once I've killed the Pursuer Demon, this will probably be the end of this video. I'll do some leveling up and whatnot to try and make myself stronger for the next few things. I sure wish more spells were available.
Lively town.
So, hopefully, yep, okay, good. So now that I'm all repaired, I've done so without replenishing all the enemies, so I can just walk to the top and try and take off the Pursuer Knight without, you know, having people in my way. Now I could, if there is a sign available, I may just like summon a buddy. But as is usually my luck in this game, signs will never appear for me. So I'm just gonna give it a go and see what I can do. Just gonna do my best. Basically want to bait his attacks. Just be careful. Play it safe. You should be fine. I win! Yay! And that's how you beat the Pursuer Knight. So that's done. If you go this way, you'll find another giant tree. And if you drop down here, you can find almost all the pieces of the Dranglic armor, plus the shield and sword. You get the helmet and whatnot later on, once you've done certain things that I'd rather not spoil for anybody. So yeah, once you've killed the first few bosses and you've got a special enough amount of souls, it is a good idea to go back. Once you've killed the Pursuer Knight, once you've killed the Pursuer Knight, and you use your bonfire, okay, why can't I use my bonfire? So once you've done that, and you go home, she'll be gone, because she's back at Majula. Hello, VR. Yay, loading screens. So now that I'm back, I'll talk to this fine lady
Seek the king, lest this
and level up. So like I said, I'm going to try for a hex build early on to see if that's any good. You want to get 20/20 because there's a NPC later on that will give you a full set of Hexer gear if you've got those specific items on you. Now to get to him, which I believe I can do right now, I just need a little bit of help from some souls. So if you want to get to that Hexer set, you just take this path from Majula. You gotta have at least 2,000 souls, and you have to have met this lady right here. Once you talk to her, once you talk to her, you can get her to move the path. And this will hopefully open up the way to the Hexer set.
go ahead.
Alright, what you got? Blah 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 lady, blah blah blah. Get some items. He should be right up around one of these corners. Yes, this is definitely the right way. Try to stick to the wall or you'll fall to your death. There's a lot of times where you'll just fall to your death. It's not fun. It sounds fun, but it's not. So this is the person hiding here in the darkness. If you talk to them,
Understood. I see. My name, I will trade with you. What you need.
you talk
These
to
are
him,
for you.
and he'll give you pretty much the best goddamn set for hexers. It's got it in the name, so duh.
Together.
You can also buy some spells from him. This spell right here, great spell to get off the bat. This spell is great for PvE, and that one's pretty powerful as well, but a lot of hexes cost your souls. And there's one specifically that drains all of your souls, but it is the single most powerful ability in the game. So now that I've got the Hexer set, also, so the Sunset Staff is an incredibly powerful staff to begin with. Shit, I don't have the correct stats for it. What do I need? Okay, I need a little bit more intelligence. It's incredibly powerful off the bat. You can get it really early on in the game, but its casting animations are really slow. so it's not very helpful to you in PvP situations. PvE, I guess it really doesn't matter, but there are a lot of enemies in this game that are insanely fast that will close the gap and kill you before you can cast with this item. There are items that will help you, like rings and clothing, that will increase your casting speed. But a lot of those items also deplete your health in doing so. And when stuff can just cut you into pieces with one attack, having lower health is no fucking fun. So I'm gonna put... Ooh, I got my extra slot ready. I don't have my weapon yet, but I will have a weapon soon. So while it is awesome to have a shit ton of spells, it obviously, for reasons, is equally as good to have just stronger spells that have lesser uses. Now, the better the Soul Arrow gets, the slower it is to cast, but it will just get insanely strong at some point, actually. I would like to get those 2 points of attunement or intelligence if I could, so I'm going to see if I can earn them right now. It's possibly unlikely, but I would like to see if I could. Thank you for watching as long as you have. Everyone just leaves, and that just wrecks my confidence. Okay. So if I can't get that last dot, but I'm close. So it is equally valid just to wait to use the Sunset Staff, as strong as it is compared to the other option. It's about 40-50 points stronger, plus I believe it has increased aptitudes for it. Yeah, as you'll see at the bottom, it gives you the stat requirements and the aptitudes for that item, and this, without any increasing by taking it to the blacksmith, has A and S scaling, while the sorcerer's staff has C and C scaling. That means it'll feed off of your stats more efficiently off the bat, and that's why I would just really love to have it. So to get those stats I require, I know of a great place to get a few thousand experience just really quickly. I said I wasn't gonna do much grinding, and hopefully this won't be too long. Really, I came here for this specific guy in general. I'm gonna try my new spell. I like it off the bat. It's flashy. I need to see if it's true though. It is. I must insist you be careful. That animation right there was his auto kill attack. You need to watch out for that. If he gets you with that, you're dead. Doesn't matter how strong you are, how much vitality your character has. If he hits you with that, you're dead. So occasionally that guy will drop Greater Souls of the Hero, which will give you about 2,000 souls apiece. I believe I only need 3,000 souls, so I really only need to kill him 2 more times, obviously. I promise not to be here too long. I just want to be able to use the staff correctly. Now the problem with the Hexer build is that there are a few bosses that are specifically resistant to shadow magic, but bosses are resistant to almost every type of stuff. So that would have killed me. Just a little bit more. Unless, yes, maybe? Okay, there we go. That it is. Soul of the Proud Knight, that's what he drops. And Souls of the Proud Knight usually give you about 2,000 souls a pop. I will come here later for more souls because once you get that merchant to your town, every merchant, if you buy a certain amount, if you spend a certain amount of souls with them, will give you really nice items. So there's the armorer. If you give him a certain amount of gold, he'll increase his armory and give you more stuff to buy from. As someone who's really not going to be using heavy armor very often, I'm not going to probably buy from him. I've often thought about killing him because if you kill him and loot his suit gives you extra souls upon killing. This is the lady you want to buy from. If you buy enough from her, I believe it's like 15, 12, maybe even 20,000 souls, she'll give you a covetous serpent ring, which will increase the amount of souls you get from killing enemies. It's really nice to have on. But yeah, now that I've got those souls that I needed, I can come to this little sweet lady right here. Get my int up to that. And now I'm super. So I've killed the last giant, I've killed the Pursuer Knight. Now my options from here are to go... Okay, I can go to the last Bastille, or I can go to No Man's Wharf. Now I prefer going to the last Bastille because I find the enemies just a little bit more forgiving. So to get to the last Bastille, there's two ways. You can get to the last Bastille by... Oh, I lost my last viewer. That's okay. I'm surprised I had it for that long. But anyway, if there are two ways to get to the last Bastille, and one of them is to go is to go through No Man's Wharf. There's a boat that will take you to the back end of the last Bastille. But to do that, you have to just straight up go through, like, you have to beat No Man's Wharf to do that. And that's counterproductive to what I'm trying to do here. So these guys will probably stab you, but it's okay. It's not about fighting them right now, it's about getting past them right now. You just want to run as fast as you can. That's what Dark Souls is about, not bravery, it's about running. So this is the best way. Wow, so fast. Okay. So to get to the last Bastille, you come over here and you examine this sweet little nest right here. Bird! I really should have ended this video about 30, maybe an hour ago, but that's okay. I'm apparently only playing it for myself, so what does it matter? So yeah, you get dropped off like a punk-ass bitch. There's two items here. I believe they are of little to no consequence. Okay, human effigies are very important. But I'm sure this item is of no real importance. Okay, both of those were very actually important items that are required to move forward in this game. So I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. The nobody that is here at this exact moment. So if I go down there, I will get to fight the Pursuer Knight again. Also, if you want to avoid a fight, just napalm it. Wow, one of them actually survived that. Hexing is kind of like the quality build for spellcasters, quality being leveling 2 steps up evenly to create sort of this synergy between them. The enemies in this game are acting really weird for some reason. So this is one of my favorite characters. Her name is
What is
Lucatiel.
it? I don't know you, and you don't know me.
So she's a little
Things are
bit
better that way.
angsty in the beginning. Nobody really likes being cursed. You are an odd
Oh,
one.
an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. But you... I'm called from the land of Mirror to the far east. Across the mountain. You say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls. And so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. You are an odd one indeed. While you've made a point of engaging me, I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require... I come from... Don't head.
So once you exhaust your dialogue with Lucatiel, she'll offer up her blade when you go to fight. I love the soft roar it makes. Once again, if I had... So, that fragrant branch of yore, which I was tempted to buy earlier, is for this right here. If you use it, these guys will plop over dead or come back to life. But it will also open up the pathway for you to move forward. Now that way leads to a boss fight where you fight 3 guys simultaneously. It's a little bit difficult, unless you understand what the fight is really about. If you can separate the enemies, you can beat the enemies. And that'll mostly be true for most combat involving multiple enemies. Am I out of souls? So, if you push this correctly, hopefully it'll roll straight down and blow out that wall. The spells just look so fucking awesome once it's cast through this. Somebody attacking me? Okay, anyway. Blowing that up obviously gives you this, but more importantly... Oopsie daisy. But more importantly, it gives you access to this guy right here. He's another blacksmith. But what he does that other people don't do is he'll imbue your weapon with an element, making it more powerful at doing that one thing.
So, right now,
But you need to give him that dull ember you got in the very beginning. You know that thing that I said, you know that chest that I said was worthless off the bat?
you've got to give me...
Okay. Also, if you want what's in his chest, which obviously you do, go out to your little bonfire, light your torch, and light this. Once you've done that, come back out, sit for a spell. Then once he's had time to move, he'll be over here, leaving all these chests for you to have. Delicious, delicious goodies. I'm gonna watch this later and find out that none of what I'm saying can be heard. Now generally you want to infuse an item once it is at its peak. Once you've upgraded it to its potential. This item and certain items like it will only upgrade once you've reached like level 5 in its creation. Now I just realized that without the fragrant branch of yore, I can't really continue on because the one path I really have is blocked off because of it. I'm sure that would have hurt. Anywho, I'm going to stop this video because it's gone on for an hour and 44 minutes and 30 seconds, and that's stupid.